Have you ever felt like you were destined for something greater even when your current circumstances seemed ordinary? Imagine a young boy spending his days in quiet fields tending sheep, seemingly far from any position of power, yet this boy was chosen for an extraordinary destiny. This is the story of David, the shepherd who became Israel's greatest king. Our story begins not in a palace, but in the humble town of Bethlehem. The prophet Samuel was sent by God on a secret mission to anoint the next king of Israel. The current king Saul had disobeyed God, and a new leader was needed. Samuel went to the house of a man named Jesse, and he asked to see his sons. One by one, Jesse's older, stronger sons were presented. Surely one of these impressive young men would be the chosen one. But God told Samuel, "Do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him." The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Jesse had one more son, the youngest, David, who was out tending the sheep. When David was brought in, a young man glowing with health and with a fine appearance and handsome features, the Lord said, "Rise and anoint him. This is the one." Imagine the surprise. A shepherd boy chosen to be king. This was the very beginning of an incredible journey, a testament to God's unexpected choices. But David wouldn't become king overnight. His faith and courage would be tested. You've probably heard of Goliath, the giant Philistine warrior who terrified the entire Israelite army. For 40 days he challenged them, and no one dared to fight him. Then came David, armed not with a soldier's armor, which was too big and cumbersome for him, but with his shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones. King Saul doubted him, but David's confidence wasn't in himself, but in God.
The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine.
With a single stone, guided by faith, David defeated Goliath. This incredible victory catapulted him to fame. The people sang his praises. Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands. This was a turning point, but it also marked the beginning of new, dangerous challenges. King Saul, once a mentor, became consumed by jealousy and fear of David's rising popularity. He tried multiple times to kill David. Imagine having to flee from the very person you served, living as a fugitive in caves and wilderness, constantly looking over your shoulder. Yet even in these dark times, David wasn't alone. He had a loyal friend in Saul's own son, Jonathan, a bond of true friendship that risked everything. And through it all, David's faith in God remained his anchor. He wrote many beautiful psalms during this period, pouring out his heart, his fears, and his unwavering trust in God. Have you ever faced a situation where it felt like everything was against you? David's story reminds us that even in our darkest hours, faith can provide strength and hope. Years passed, filled with trials, close calls, and unwavering perseverance. After King Saul and Jonathan tragically died in battle, the path to the throne finally opened for David. First, he was anointed king over the tribe of Judah. Then, after years of civil war and waiting on God's timing, all the tribes of Israel came to David and anointed him king over all of Israel. The shepherd boy from Bethlehem, the giant slayer, the fugitive, had finally become king. His reign was marked by great victories, the establishment of Jerusalem as the capital city, and a deep desire to follow God. Of course, David wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, some very serious, but he was also known as a man after God's own heart because of his willingness to repent and turn back to God. David's journey from the sheepfields to the royal throne is more than just an exciting story. It's a powerful reminder that God sees what others don't. He values the heart, courage, and faith above outward appearances or worldly status. It teaches us that God's plans often unfold in unexpected ways and that periods of waiting and trial can be preparation for what's to come. No matter where you are in your life, remember that you too have a unique purpose.